Admiral Byrd heard there was an entrance to the center of the Earth through the South Pole, and he took planes into the South, under the South Pole.
In this vast white desert, whispers of strange phenomena echo through the cold winds. A massive vehicle entombed under the ice, sending ripples of speculation through scientific circles. Unexplained radio signals, baffling researchers and stirring imaginations with thoughts of lost civilizations or extraterrestrial origins. And ancient pyramids, their existence debated yet persistent in the lore of conspiracy theorists and adventurers alike. Mysterious flight of Admiral Richard Byrd. In 1947, Rear Admiral Richard Evelyn Byrd of the United States Navy embarked on a daring mission to fly directly to the North Pole. While some believed his plane simply flew over the pole, others assumed that it went much further, venturing into the Earth itself. According to Byrd's diary, he described an extraordinary journey into a vast, hidden world beneath the Earth's surface. He claimed to have traveled 1,700 miles through a landscape filled with mountains, lakes, rivers, lush vegetation, and diverse wildlife. Richard Byrd, born in 1888, was an American naval officer and a passionate explorer dedicated to discovering and charting unknown regions. Renowned for his polar expeditions, he navigated several significant flights over the Arctic North Pole, Antarctica, and the South Pole. During his first flight over the North Pole, Byrd reported finding a mysterious entrance that led to Agartha, a legendary city said to exist at the Earth's core. This remarkable claim added to his fame and the mystique surrounding his expeditions. After graduating from the United States Naval Academy in 1912, Byrd was commissioned as an ensign in the United States Navy. He learned to fly at the United States Naval Air Station in Pensacola, Florida, and served with distinction during his military career. After World War I, he developed advanced navigational methods and equipment, contributing to the Navy's first transatlantic airplane flight in 1919 using NC flying boats. He also contributed to building airships designed for transatlantic voyages. His polar career began in 1924 when he commanded a small naval aviation detachment as part of Commander Donald Baxter McMillan's Arctic expedition to western Greenland, based at Etah. Byrd, inspired by his experience flying over the sea ice and glaciers in western Greenland, became determined to fly over the North Pole. On May 9, 1926, Byrd, as the navigator, and Floyd Bennett, as the pilot, claimed to have completed the first airplane journey to the North Pole. They flew from Kings Bay, Spitsbergen, Norway, and back, a flight lasting 15.5 hours. The only problem they encountered was an oil leak from the starboard engine of their Fokker trimotor airplane. Their supposed achievement earned them the United States Congressional Medal of Honor and National Hero status. However, doubts persisted about whether they had truly reached the North Pole. Bernd Balchen, one of Byrd's early associates, even alleged that the flight was a hoax after Byrd's passing. In May 1927, Byrd provided navigational training and assistance to Charles Augustus Lindbergh, the American aviator, for his solo transatlantic flight. Byrd played a key role in preparing Lindbergh for the journey, ensuring he had access to a specially extended runway. Inspired by Lindbergh's feat, Byrd and 3 companions decided to attempt their west-to-east flight across the Atlantic. During his first journey to Antarctica from 1928 to 1930, Byrd set up a well-supplied base named Little America on the icy expanse of the Ross Ice Shelf, close to the Ross Sea. This expedition was massive, boasting top-notch equipment for its time, and they took to the skies to explore the vastness of the Antarctic continent. In their aerial explorations, they stumbled upon the Rockefeller Mountains, a majestic range previously unknown to humans. Beyond these peaks lay uncharted territory, which Byrd decided to honorably name Marie Birdland after his wife. Yet, the most intriguing tale surrounding Admiral Byrd didn't unfold until 1947, when he undertook a flight to the North Pole. Rumors swirled that instead of merely flying over the pole, Byrd's aircraft may have delved into the inner realms of the Earth. Byrd's diary entries fueled these speculations. He vividly described a journey spanning 1,700 miles over landscapes teeming with mountains, lakes, rivers, and vibrant greenery. His account even mentioned encounters with unknown aircraft, suggesting he had stumbled upon something entirely alien. According to Byrd's journal, These mysterious flying machines escorted him to Agartha, a fabled city nestled within the Earth's core. Surprisingly, the inhabitants of Agartha welcomed him warmly, citing his moral character as the reason for granting him access. Intriguingly, these beings expressed a desire to forge stronger ties with the surface world, seeking to protect both their civilization and ours from potential destruction. Byrd and his intrepid crew embarked on a daring expedition, venturing into the icy expanses of the poles aboard their aircraft. Guided by their seasoned experts, they braved treacherous weather conditions and navigated through vast stretches of uncharted territory. Amidst the breathtaking landscapes of polar extremes, Byrd's mind was stirred by a revelation. He posited that these frigid realms were not mere dead ends, but gateways to an unseen world beneath our feet. According to his audacious hypothesis, the Earth harbored a hidden realm within its core, illuminated by its own inner sun, a notion reminiscent of ancient myths and the speculations of pioneering scientists. Contrary to prevailing wisdom, which held that the poles were hollow or concave, Byrd dared to suggest that they were convex, suggesting the presence of openings. These theoretical passages, if they existed, could offer passage for ships and aircraft into the heart of the Earth, a concept both tantalizing and terrifying in its implications. The saga of Byrd's expedition and his startling theories captured the imagination of the public and the scientific community alike. Yet, whispers soon emerged of a concerted effort to suppress his findings. Allegations surfaced that the American media, under the influence of undisclosed forces, had buried the story, relegating it to the realm of conspiracy theory. Ray Palmer, a maverick in the world of journalism, took up the mantle of revealing the truth. His detailed expose in the pages of Flying Saucer magazine shed light on Admiral Byrd's mysterious journey and its implications for humanity. However, the shadowy hand of authority allegedly intervened, swiftly snatching away copies of the magazine and destroying any evidence of its existence. After National Geographic magazine published an article about Byrd's supposed discovery of a hidden land called Agartha, a fascinating and mysterious sequence of events unfolded. The government, almost immediately, launched an extensive operation to track down and destroy nearly every single copy of that issue. This rigorous campaign raises eyebrows and stirs curiosity. This aggressive censorship effort fuels assumption and wonder. If the account of Agartha was merely a fictional tale, why would the government exert such intense effort to bury it? The fate of the Antarctic snow cruiser. In the frozen expanse of Antarctica, an international expedition in 1958 stumbled upon a curious sight while exploring the Little America bases. Rising from a massive snowdrift was a solitary bamboo pole, an oddity in the desolate landscape. Intrigued, the team used a bulldozer to clear the 23 feet tall drift. What they uncovered was astonishing. The Antarctic snow cruiser, a colossal vehicle measuring 56 feet in length and nearly 17 feet in height. Inside the snow cruiser's cabin, the belongings of its previous occupants remained undisturbed. Cigarettes, papers, and magazines lay scattered, as if waiting for their owners to return. The expedition noted the cruiser's location and continued on their mission, unaware that this would be the last recorded sighting of the mysterious vehicle. The tale of the Antarctic snow cruiser is one of innovation and misfortune. Designed by Thomas Poulter for the United States Antarctic Service expedition of 1939 to 1941, the cruiser was a marvel of its time. Poulter, who had served as second-in-command on a 1934 Antarctic expedition, was convinced of the necessity for a mobile base camp. His vision led to the creation of this advanced vehicle, intended to traverse the harsh Antarctic terrain. The cruiser featured impressive biplane platforms that extended outward, preventing falls into deep cracks. It also had adjustable tire heights and was powered by 2 diesel engines, generating over 300 horsepower. This powerful machine was designed to tackle the icy challenges of Antarctica. However, its arrival on the continent on January 15, 1940, was immediately plagued by trouble. The wooden ramp meant to transport the cruiser onto the Ross ice shelf collapsed under its massive weight, but quick thinking by its operator Poulter prevented it from falling into the sea. Unfortunately, a major design flaw soon became apparent. The cruiser's treadless tires, which Poulter thought would help it avoid getting stuck in snow and ice, actually made it nearly impossible to move through the deep Antarctic snow. It could only travel short distances, and only when driven in reverse. Stripped of its original purpose, the Antarctic snow cruiser was turned into a stationary base at Little America 3, and it was abandoned along with the rest of the base on December 22, 1940. In 1946, explorers from Operation High Jump discovered the vehicle still in excellent condition, requiring only air in its tires. Despite this, it was left behind and exposed to the harsh Antarctic weather. The snow cruiser was rediscovered in 1958, but after that, it disappeared from human sight, becoming a lost relic of early polar exploration. The fate of the Antarctic snow cruiser remains a mystery even today, and only a few clues have been discovered. The ice shelf that once held Little America 3 broke apart in the early 1960s. In 1963, the USS Edisto came across an ice floe with remnants of the camp. It's possible that the snow cruiser was on this ice floe, either staying there or plunging into the sea when the iceberg eventually split again. Some believe the snow cruiser fell into the ocean when the Ross ice shelf initially collapsed, and now lies buried beneath the rebuilt ice shelf. Its exact location on the seafloor still unknown. One of the most fascinating theories suggests that the snow cruiser, which has captured the imaginations of many, might have also drawn the attention of the Soviet Union during the height of Cold War tensions. This speculation hints that Soviet operatives might have secretly taken the vehicle in a daring act of technological one-upmanship, leaving the West to believe it was lost forever. Mysterious, unidentified objects found embedded within the ice. The vast and largely uncharted expanses of Antarctica have long been a hotbed for mysteries and speculations. This remote and frozen land has captivated imaginations with tales of unknown phenomena. Among the most fascinating of these mysteries are the alleged sightings and discoveries of unidentified objects buried deep within its thick ice. Despite the extreme conditions, numerous reports over the years have hinted at unusual activities in this desolate region. Witnesses, often military personnel and scientific researchers stationed in Antarctica, have recounted seeing strange aerial phenomena. These include glowing orbs, disc-shaped objects, and fast-moving lights that defy conventional explanations. Adding to the interest, these sightings are sometimes accompanied by physical evidence. Observers have found inexplicable indentations in the ice and detected abnormal radiation levels, sparking theories about an advanced presence in the region. The mysteries of Antarctica extend beyond mere sightings. Reports have surfaced of crashed objects frozen within the ice. One of the most famous incidents dates back to the 1960s when a satellite image purportedly showed a metallic object, about 2 miles across, embedded in the ice of East Antarctica. Though the authenticity of this image has been debated, the object's size and shape have fueled the assumption that it might be an advanced spacecraft. Doubters argue that the harsh Antarctic environment and the human tendency to see patterns, known as pareidolia, can lead to misinterpreting natural ice formations or meteorological phenomena as unidentified objects. Proponents of the theory argue that the object's complicated technology and the secrecy around Antarctic missions hint at an advanced origin. This speculation gained momentum in the late 20th century, when governments around the world began to show a keen interest in Antarctica. Many countries set up research stations, and even the Vatican established an observatory. This sudden surge of interest in such a harsh and remote region, along with classified missions like the United States Operation High Jump, has fueled theories that these governments might know about mysterious activities in the area. Adding to the interest, declassified FBI documents mentioning recovered flying saucers have made the discussions even more intense. Despite this, verifying these claims is tough due to Antarctica's extreme weather and the Antarctic Treaty System, which limits military activities and bans mineral mining. This makes independent confirmation of these theories almost impossible, leaving them unproven. In recent years, the debate about mysterious objects in Antarctica has taken an exciting turn with the melting of polar ice caps. As the ice recedes, it could reveal these hidden objects, potentially forcing governments to disclose information about these alleged visitors. This possibility has thrilled enthusiasts worldwide, who believe that this could finally provide undeniable evidence of advanced life. Antarctica, with its harsh climate and isolation, seems an unlikely place for sightings of unidentified objects. However, many accounts over the years suggest that the seemingly empty skies above this icy continent might be more active than we think. Early explorers and research teams reported seeing mysterious glowing objects and fast-moving lights in the sky. These strange phenomena couldn't be easily dismissed as just weather events or tricks of the eye. During the mid-20th century, especially around the International Geophysical Year, when an unprecedented global scientific effort focused on the polar regions, there were more sightings. Witnesses often described seeing glowing orbs or disc-shaped objects moving at incredible speeds and performing maneuvers that defied the known laws of physics. These sightings were frequently corroborated by multiple witnesses and sometimes even captured on film or radar, sparking much assumption and debate. One particularly well-documented event occurred during the British Antarctic Survey in the late 1960s. An entire team reported seeing a series of mysterious lights over their research station. They described these as glowing red objects hovering in the sky. While doubters suggest these sightings might be due to atmospheric happenings like auroras or rare cloud formations, the sheer number of reports and their consistency make the mystery of Antarctica's skies an interesting topic for further exploration. The consistent descriptions from different witnesses suggest that something more complex might be going on in Antarctica. In recent years, advances in satellite imagery have added to the speculation about mysterious activities on the icy continent. Images showing strange, unnatural structures or objects have sparked debates about the existence of secret bases or crashed aircraft. For example, some claim to have identified large, symmetrical shapes buried under the ice, resembling buildings or vehicles. However, clear proof remains elusive, and these images often face criticism due to poor resolution and the challenges of interpreting satellite data in such a harsh environment. The secrecy surrounding operations in Antarctica, due to its strategic importance and the presence of various national research stations, only adds to these speculations. The Antarctic Treaty, signed in 1959 by 12 countries and now including 54 nations, prohibits military activity on the continent, but this has not stopped rumors of clandestine operations. Historical missions, like the US's Operation High Jump in the late 1940s, are often mentioned in theories that suggest governments might know about or even be cooperating with entities related to these mysterious aircraft. Operation High Jump, led by Admiral Richard Evelyn Byrd, involved a massive deployment of troops, ships, and aircraft, ostensibly for scientific research and training in cold weather conditions. However, the scale and secrecy of the operation have fueled conspiracy theories about its true purpose. Despite these intriguing tales, the scientific community remains largely skeptical, pointing to the lack of solid evidence. Critics argue that the isolated, high-stress environment of Antarctica, combined with its unique atmospheric and light conditions, can lead to misinterpretations of natural phenomena. For example, the phenomenon of pareidolia, seeing familiar shapes in random patterns, can easily occur in a vast, ice-covered landscape, leading people to perceive buildings or vehicles where there are none. Interestingly, Antarctica is also home to Lake Vostok, a subglacial lake buried under more than 2 miles of ice. Discovered by Russian scientists, it is one of the largest and deepest lakes in the world and has been isolated from the surface for millions of years. Researchers speculate that it could harbor ancient microbial life forms, providing a unique window into past climates and ecosystems. As technology advances and more people gain access to Antarctica, the chances of gathering more comprehensive data increase. The advent of drones and high-resolution imaging satellites promises to shed more light on the mysteries of this frozen land. International collaborations, such as the European Space Agency's Cryosat mission, aim to map the thickness of polar ice and understand climate change impacts better. Until then, the mysterious sightings over the frozen expanse of Antarctica will continue to intrigue and captivate both believers and skeptics, reflecting our enduring fascination with the possibility of life beyond our planet. Now it's time for today's subscriber pick. This massive vehicle, under the ice, suddenly received an unexplained radio signal about pyramids that are hidden in the deepest crevices of Antarctica. In the remote reaches of Antarctica, where icy landscapes stretch as far as the eye can see, an expedition team stumbled upon an enigma buried beneath the frozen surface. While drilling into the ice to study climate patterns, their sensors detected a massive object lurking beneath the frosty layers. Excitement tingled through the team as they realized they had stumbled upon something extraordinary. As they cautiously excavated, the true scale of their discovery became apparent. It wasn't just any buried structure, it was a colossal vehicle, unlike anything seen before. Its sleek metallic surface gleamed dully in the dim Antarctic light, hinting at advanced technology far beyond human comprehension. Yet, as the team puzzled over this unearthly find, another mystery unfolded. Strange radio signals began to emanate from the depths of the ice, echoing through their equipment with eerie persistence. Each transmission seemed to carry a cryptic message, tantalizingly close to comprehension, yet maddeningly elusive. Meanwhile, Overhead, the aurora danced in a dazzling display of colors, casting an otherworldly glow over the icy landscape. It was as if the very fabric of reality was shifting, blending the line between the known and the unknown. As the team delved deeper into their discoveries, they stumbled upon an even more astonishing revelation. Nestled amidst the frozen expanse lay a series of perfectly preserved pyramids, their ancient stone surfaces whispering secrets of civilizations long lost to time. What connection did these ancient structures hold to the mysterious vehicle buried beneath the ice? And what secrets lay hidden within the elusive radio signals? Let us have your opinions in the comment below. New Berchtesgaden. Following the chaos of World War II, when the world was still reeling from the immense damage caused by the conflict, an intriguing event unfolded at the Mar del Plata naval base near Buenos Aires, Argentina. It was 2 months after Germany's surrender that a rather unexpected sight emerged: the docking of a German submarine named U-530. This occurrence sparked a frenzy of rumors among the city's inhabitants. The situation escalated further when another U-boat, U-977, arrived at the base on August 17th, adding fuel to the speculation. One prevailing theory, capturing the imagination of many, suggested a daring escape plan orchestrated by high-ranking Nazis, including Adolf Hitler and Eva Braun. According to this narrative, these figures had supposedly boarded the submarines before the war's end, with the vessels transporting them to a clandestine Nazi hideout in one of the most hostile regions on Earth, Antarctica. This theory gained significant traction, especially in 1947, when Liesl Szabo, a Hungarian exile who had previously contributed to Hitler-related rumors, penned a book titled "Hitler is Alive." Szabo claimed that back in 1939, the Nazi regime established a highly advanced military base in Antarctica called New Berlin. This base was said to be equipped with cutting-edge technology and served as a refuge for the remnants of the Nazi Party. As proof of this incredible story, theorists pointed to the United States Operation High Jump, a mission to Antarctica between 1946 and 1947 that involved deploying 4,700 soldiers to the frozen continent. Rumors circulated that this operation was a military offensive against the supposed Nazi base. The legend gained even more traction in 1958 when nuclear blasts from Operation Argus were observed lighting up the skies over Antarctica. Supporters of the secret base theory argued that the Nazi weaponry was so advanced that the US had to resort to nuclear warfare to try to destroy New Berlin. Despite the sensational nature of these claims, they remained largely unproven. By the end of the Cold War, the legend of New Berlin had mostly faded from public memory. The mystery persists. Did the Nazis truly venture into the icy expanses of Antarctica? Records reveal a bold expedition in December 1938 when the Nazi catapult ship MS Schwabenland navigated into the Antarctic waters, then under Norwegian jurisdiction. Guided by Captain Alfred Richer, the mission aimed not only to bolster Germany's whaling interests, but also to secure a strategic outpost in this desolate region. What followed was a daring endeavor. The expedition team, equipped with advanced technology for the time, planted navigation flags across the icy terrain and meticulously photographed approximately 600,000 square kilometers of uncharted land. This vast expanse, unofficially dubbed Neuschwabenland after the ship that transported them, became a focal point of speculation and interest. However, the outbreak of World War II disrupted further Nazi incursions into Antarctica. Plans for subsequent expeditions were abruptly shelved, and the dream of establishing a permanent Nazi presence in the icy continent faded into history. Meanwhile, on the American front, Operation High Jump captured the world's attention. Thousands of soldiers were mobilized, not for a clandestine assault on a rumored Nazi stronghold, but rather for a rigorous training exercise in Arctic warfare. This operation, though not shrouded in secrecy, fueled the imaginations of conspiracy theorists for years to come. Despite decades of exploration and research in Antarctica, the mystery of a Nazi base remains unsolved. The harsh and unforgiving conditions of the Antarctic, coupled with the logistical challenges of sustaining a remote outpost, render the existence of such a base highly improbable. The mysterious pyramids of Antarctica. Back in 2016, the internet buzzed with excitement over some intriguing Google Earth images of Antarctica. These pictures seemed to show pyramid-like structures emerging from the icy landscape, sparking widespread curiosity. The formations looked strikingly similar to Egypt's famous Giza pyramids, leading many to wonder if an ancient civilization might have built these Antarctic pyramids. The origins of these mysterious structures have fueled various theories. Some people suggest they might be remnants of the legendary lost city of Atlantis, while others propose they were created by extraterrestrial beings. These ideas have certainly sparked debates and fascination. However, some scientists offer a more grounded explanation. They believe these so-called pyramids might be nunataks, peaks of mountains that poke through the ice and rise above the surrounding terrain. This geological perspective suggests that the pyramid-like shapes are natural formations, not man-made structures. Adding to the mystery, Antarctica is a continent rich in ancient history. Beneath its thick ice sheets, there are fossilized remnants of ancient forests and evidence of prehistoric life, indicating that the continent was once much warmer and covered in lush vegetation. This deep history adds another layer of interest to the debate over the pyramids, as it hints at the possibility of ancient human activity long before the ice took over. Moreover, Antarctica has long been a hotspot for conspiracy theories. Some believe that secret Nazi bases were established there during World War II, while others speculate about hidden government research facilities. These stories, combined with the pyramid images, have only fueled the fire of assumption. Explorers and researchers have always been fascinated by Antarctica's uncharted territories. While satellite images provide tantalizing glimpses of the continent, on-the-ground exploration remains challenging due to its harsh environment. The extreme cold, high winds, and vast ice cover make scientific expeditions difficult, ensuring that much of Antarctica's secrets remain untouched and enigmatic. In addition to the nunatak theory, some geologists point out that the unique weathering and erosion patterns in Antarctica could also create the illusion of pyramid-like structures. The combination of freezing temperatures, shifting ice, and powerful winds can sculpt the landscape in unexpected ways, leading to formations that capture the human imagination. The Antarctica pyramids consist of two large structures located about 10 miles from the coast, while a third pyramid sits much closer to the shoreline. The discovery of these pyramids suggests that humans might have lived in Antarctica thousands of years ago. This finding is interesting because it coincides with the time when pyramids were being built in other parts of the world. Research by Charles Hapgood supports the idea of an ancient civilization once existing on what is now a frozen land. In his book, Maps of the Ancient Sea Kings, Hapgood highlighted the Piri Reis map of Antarctica, which caused a global stir when it was created in the 16th century. What made this map so extraordinary was that it showed Antarctica without ice. The Piri Reis map was discovered in Turkey in 1953. A Turkish naval officer sent it to the United States Navy Hydrographic Bureau. The chief engineer of the Bureau, M.Y. Walters, then forwarded the map to Arlington H. Mallory for further examination. Mallory concluded that the Piri Reis map was incredibly accurate and might have been copied from a map made 6,000 years ago. This ancient map of Antarctica is extremely precise. Using seismic soundings and sonar technology, scientists have discovered that the geographical features shown on the map, including coastlines, mountain ranges, and plateaus, match up closely with the real landscape of Queen Maud Land in Antarctica. This has amazed many researchers. Ohlmeyer, the leader of the British-Swedish expedition to Antarctica, even wrote a letter to Professor Hapgood, expressing his surprise at the map's precision. He stated, "Dear Professor Hapgood, we have reviewed your request for an evaluation of certain unusual features of the Piri Reis Antarctica map of 1513. The claim that the lower part of the map depicts the Princess Martha coast of Queen Maud Land and the Palmer Peninsula is reasonable. We believe this interpretation of the map is the most logical and, in all probability, correct. The map's lower portion displays geographical features that match impressively well with the seismic data collected by the Swedish-British Antarctic expedition of 1949. This suggests that the coastline was charted before it got buried under the ice cap, which is now about a mile thick in that area. It's puzzling how this map, supposedly created in 1513, could have such accurate details that align with modern seismic findings. What are your thoughts on these Antarctica mysteries? Let us have your opinions in the comment below.